Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about chili peppers. Michael and I planted some this year, as you can see by our little gardening notepad over there. We planted some in March and the last batch on April 12th. April 12th was actually the set of seeds that turned out to be successful. Now if you look on the little post-it note there, that's what the seeds look like, and we were hesitant to plant them because they came from this. A dried chili that we actually got at Walmart. You can see it is a 3 on the Scoville scale. And we figured since they were dry, they wouldn't necessarily germinate. But surprise, surprise, they did, and that's what we got. There's actually more out there. They were very slow to germinate. I know this video isn't posting until later, but right now I can tell you it's the beginning of September. So it took from April all the way until September for the chilies to actually get to the point where they could be harvested. And that's what they look like. I'm going to go ahead and take you outside and show you the bed. It's a little messy at this point because we're still getting hit really hard with grasshoppers and different insects that have been trying to eat the peppers. The peppers are really the only holdouts from our vegetable plantings this spring. They're still actually, believe it or not, producing. The green peppers are producing more bell peppers. And we still have, like I said, these red chili peppers. So let's go outside and take a look at the beds. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, the peppers, bell and chili peppers, kind of went crazy. Here are some of the peppers that came from that dried chili pepper seed. You can see there's quite a few of them, but they haven't turned red yet. And we've had a problem where some of them have actually shriveled on the vine like this, which is kind of funky. And you can see where the grasshoppers and other insects have been chewing on these. There's a few more I'm going to have to go ahead and break off, I see. Take them inside and throw them into a dish we plan on making with our peppers. And I'll tell you more about that in just a bit. Now, while I was outside, I did pick some of the bell peppers that we had that were ready for harvest. I hear you, squeakies! I know they're a little small, but given what's going on out there with all the insects, I figured it was better to bring them in now while we could. Did grab a few chili peppers that looked like they were ready. These evidently turned red within the last day or two, because Michael and I were peeking in the garden yesterday and didn't look like anything was ready to be harvested. But you can see these are a lot darker in color than the other ones. I really don't know why. If anybody wants to hazard a guess, feel free to leave comments. We'd love to figure that part out. At least I'd love to figure it out anyway. And you can see this one was still pretty green, but I picked it anyway. And we got those. Now, what am I going to do with these peppers? Since we don't have a whole lot of them, I'm thinking we may make chili. I love chili. And I like to make mine with chorizo, and we were watching a stream put on by Hazel's Reptiles. She was working with chorizo and making chorizo and eggs. Now, I've worked with chorizo before. I actually forgot all about it though. I haven't used it in a while because it's pretty hard to find around here where we are. It's hit or miss. Sometimes we'll find the soft type of chorizo, it's like a bulk sausage form, and then sometimes we'll find the hard chorizo, but it's very limited. They'll maybe put 1 or 2 containers of it out, or packages I should say of it out, and it either sits there forever or goes very fast. So like I said, hit or miss. But if I can find the chorizo locally, I'm going to go ahead and use these to make chili. If not, Michael and I may need to take a trip out of town and hit one of the larger grocery stores elsewhere. And we'll see what happens. We'll keep you posted. Drive an hour, but we did find the chorizo and some chipotle flavored sour cream. So looks like we'll be making chili. Ooh. I like how you think. Alright, so we're back at the house. It's the next day. Michael is at work, and I'm getting ready to start on our chili. As you saw, we picked up the chorizo yesterday. Now, this was not the type of chorizo I was looking for. I was looking for the one that looks like a bulk sausage, and you just kind of squeeze it out of the container. But this will do. I'm going to go ahead and run this through the food processor and basically take it out of the casing, and that'll work. And we're going to mix it with this ground turkey that we got the other day. It was part of that BOGO deal that we talked about earlier. So we're going to use that, and as you can see, this was 2 for $6, so that wasn't a bad deal. We found them at Winn-Dixie. We've got the chili peppers from the garden, the green peppers from the garden, some onions. We were all out of onions, so I actually had to buy those. A couple different kinds of beans, black beans, red kidney beans, beef broth, sofrito, chili pepper, or chili powder I should say, garlic powder, ground cumin, salt, pepper, and some oil. So basically, to start, I'm going to go ahead and slice up our veggies, throw some of them in the food processor, and get that process started. We're going to be using my chef's knife today. It's a Wusthof chef's knife. I love this one. It's got a good blade. Holds the edge fairly decently. It's part of their classic series. I have a set of those, and we're going to start with the onions. My knife skills are not the best, but they get the job done. So in the end, that's all that matters, right? Go ahead and get all of this stuff off. And I'll check back with you all in just a minute. Okay, everything has been seeded and chopped up for the food processor, so we're going to go ahead and continue on with the process. Okay, I already ran the onions and green peppers through the food processor and put them into the crock pot along with 32 ounces of beef broth. We also ground up the red chili peppers from our garden. That's what they look like. Oops. And this is what the chorizo looks like after it's been ground up and taken out of its casing. We're going to go ahead and brown that in the pan along with the ground turkey, and throw that in the crock pot in just a little bit. But for now, we'll go ahead and finish adding the rest of the processed veggies into the crock pot and get the broth going. Alright, went ahead and browned up the chorizo. As you can see, it's still steaming. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the crock pot and finish up by browning the ground turkey. Okay, the ground turkey is done now, so we'll add that to the crock pot. Alright, all of the main ingredients except for the seasonings are in the crock pot right now. And as you can see, we are going for a chunky, thick chili. And in a little bit, we'll add the extra seasonings. I try to hold off a little bit till I get a chance to taste it before throwing the seasonings in, because the chorizo is very spicy and it can be salty. So a lot of times you don't really need to add a whole lot of extra seasoning when you're making chili with the fresh ingredients. So we're going to go ahead and wait before adding any extra heat and see how it goes. Now, I did want to show you this. This is sofrito. It's used in a lot of Spanish cooking, and it's a tomato-based sauce, well, thickener actually is what I use it for. And it's got green peppers, cilantro, onions, garlic, and olive oil in it. And I'm using this in place of tomato paste, just so you know. That's what that'll be for. And then this is in case the chili peppers that we put in there don't turn out as spicy as Mike would like. And then we've got the cumin, the garlic, and your traditional salt and black pepper. Check back with us in just a bit.
I'm home for lunch, and I'm gonna try the chili my honey bunches made. And try the chili. Trying all of it in a big bowl.
Oh, well, honey, I'm going to put it in a big bowl for you. You don't have to have it in that. I just want you to sample it.
I am sampling it.
I love you.
Mmm. Very nice.
Good.
Muy bueno.
Now, you think it needs more heat, or is it just enough?
I think it's just enough.
I think so too. So I didn't put a whole lot more extra in there.
I I think it's very delicious.
Okay. My love.
Product review. This is a product review on, I believe it's pronounced Casica Chipotle Mexican style sour cream. I tried on my chili. Ooh, yummy. Yes, you said yeah. Yummy. See what it tastes like.
Yeah.
It's like a cream. That's like Chipotle and sour cream.
Oh, that's
It's actually
good.
pretty good.
Cool. Add some extra, huh?
Not too much extra.
And I've got some Mexican cheese there for you to try too.
Mexican cheese.
Mm-hmm. Cheesy blend.
And it is completed. Chorizo, chili, topped with Mexican blend cheese, Chipotle sour cream, and fresh chives from the garden. Definitely.
The best part of this is actually the chili my wife made.
Oh, I love you.